Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Classic Ani, and on this channel we talk about hair, business, and girl talk. However, today we're gonna get into this hair. I'm gonna tell you guys how I transformed this wig that I made on my sewing machine. It's a 5x5 transparent lace closure, 26 inches, and before it was a 613, and I dyed it orange, rocked it for what it was, and it really wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. So I went back in and did what I had to do, and I'm going to show you guys what that is today. If you like what you guys see, make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment, any tips, and yeah, let's get started.
Yes, y'all, this was a holiday heart wig. This was very much a Chucky wig even, and it also was a Pennywise wig. But now it's this. It's moving. It's living. It's up for the gods. Everything you can think of. Okay, so this is what I used. I was kind of working with what I had, y'all. Like, it was used. But anyways, so what you're going to do is you're going to go in to protect your lace. You're going to use that Got to Be Glued, or you can use Gorilla Glue. I've seen people use Gorilla Glue, but I always have some Got to Be Glue when I protect my lace. I tried to do the Gorilla Glue. I never got a chance, so I wouldn't be able to tell you guys how that would go. So you want to spray and blow dry and spray and blow dry, so you have as many layers as possible. Like, you want to clog the lace, okay? It's nothing a little warm water can't fix. And then I have my spoolie and the darkest brown dye, and I took my time, guys. Really take your time. Be real consistent and make sure you do not stain the lace. Now, however, that's what the glue is for, so it doesn't seep through. But if you put too much dye and let it sit for too long, it possibly can stain the lace. But you can really fix it in this matter, because I'm using Adore, which is a semi-permanent dye, so it doesn't stay for long. After a few washes, I mean, hey, the problem is fixed. But who wants to go through all of that? Okay, so as you guys can see, I'm lightly tapping it, taking my time, and I'm scooted up so you guys can see. Now, I honestly can say I was a little concerned when I put this darkest brown on this orange. It was giving a sort of a greenish look, but I just kept going because I was like, I have got to see it through, my boy. And look, yes, as you can see, I did not stain the lace. I really took my time. I did front and back, and I just continued to go through it consistently, lightly, front and back, very lightly. And whatever you do on one side, you make sure you do on the other side, so you're not looking crazy. I did try to tint the baby hairs a little bit, but I'm not sure why. I had to go over it a couple of times, but for some reason the front hairs just was taking a little longer. I'm not sure what that's about. So as you guys can see, I'm just going through with the process. This is a 26 inch. At first I was a little skeptical, like, oh my god, this is too deep at the roots. No, but I had to think, like, 26 inches, like, come on now. But like, if you're gonna dye the roots, honey. Dye the roots of the tracks, dye the roots on the closure. So make it make sense, unless it's not the look you're going for. But for me, honestly, just wanted the darkest brown, like, out of my hair. I had a vision for it, and it became it. So yes. Oh, I just love this hair. Look at the movement. It's the movement for me, honestly. Okay, guys, so when you're brushing, make sure you're brushing downward so it can fade. You don't want to just like it to be like choppy looking, like just black and then straight orange. You want to lightly brush and have it blending so that it's a nice transformation and it looks natural. So just try to lightly brush. And as you go on with the layers, you're gonna get better. Like I said, this is a 26 inch, so it may look like I'm going too deep at the roots, but I'm really not, because considering how long the inches are opposed to what I'm putting on there, it ended up working out pretty fine. Also, feel free to give any tips if you guys do know how to do this as well. If there's any professionals, any girls that know how to slay, because I'm learning, okay? doing hair is an art. Like dyeing hair is an art, and it does take time to get good at it. So whoever's feeling discouraged out there, hopefully I was able to help you guys, and we all could just each one teach one in the comments, and that'll be great. Okay guys, so this is how your layers should look. I left this overnight and I came back to it the next day to perform the watercolor method. Okay guys, so as you can see, I'm filling up my pot of water so that I can put it on the stove and have it boil for the watercolor method. Y'all, I don't know what I expected, but I was just so disappointed when the water just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. Okay, so I made sure the water was hot before I poured it in there, just to make the hot water stretch. As long as it's smoking, I think you guys can see the smoke at the top, but as long as it's smoking, that's how you know that it's hot enough. But I also did put another pot of water as well, just so it could even out, and I know for a fact like it's hot. So please be mindful of how much water you put in the bin if you only have a certain amount of dye, because you don't want to dilute it too much where it's not going to take it all. But you also want to make sure that it's a nice consistency so that it mixes in properly. Also guys, when you're mixing for the watercolor method, you want to make sure that you're stirring as much as possible and constantly checking on your comb, spoon, whatever you're using to mix so that it's fully diluted. When I say checking on your comb or spoon, I mean like if there's any clumps or anything like that, because you can be able to tell if it's not fully mixed because you're going to see it swirling around in the water and things like that. That shit hot as fuck. And you guys, this water is hot. So if you see me like petty dipping it, it's because it's literally hot. But you do have to at some point submerge the whole thing and try to get everything in there and just mix it up.
Mix it up, like toss that salad, just mix it. Make sure you get in between the strands, in between the cap, in between the lace, everything.
Mix, comb it through so there's no spots and like no patchy parts. That way you don't have to go back in it and you don't have to like, you know, keep putting wear and tear on your hair and lace. The color, you guys can already see I'm loving it. It is one whole color. It is exactly what I was expecting, and it looks amazing. I don't know about anybody else, but I like to wrap my wigs up like newborn babies and just put them in my towel and like, you know, fold them into little burritos and swaddle them. Come to mama. I done cleaned you up. Now I'm about to turn you into a bad Okay, so this is what the lace is looking like. This is what it's given at the roots of each part of the closure, which is basically exactly what I wanted. I didn't want it to be stained at all. I'm just going into random spots so y'all can really see that it's not stained. I could flip it over and show you guys as well, but I feel like this is more to the point, okay? So as you guys can see, pretty clear pathway, no damage closure. We can work with it, okay? Which is amazing, exactly what I wanted. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this part of the
video was kind of pointless because I ain't really showing y'all nothing, but I'm gonna let y'all know. I accidentally deleted the video where I was showing y'all where I was plucking. Now, before I died and did all this fancy shit, I was supposed to pluck the wig. I ain't plucking enough. I was just going for some 𝓻𝓃𝓎 shit, and it was not it. So make sure y'all pluck y'all wig so it can look like so. Who is Z? That's me. That's you. That's me. That's us. That's us, sis. Also, side note, pluck as much as y'all possibly can, but not too much. Like, you have to really sit there and ask yourself, like, how comfortable am I with letting somebody else see my lace? Because they're gonna see it. They're gonna see it. It's okay. It's gonna melt for a few days, but they're gonna see it. And you have to ask yourself, how comfortable am I with them seeing this much lace? That's how I put it, and that's how I see it. So everybody's different. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like my social medias. I follow back when I get a chance. Thank you. I appreciate your view. And that's just me jamming. And that's me jamming. And that's me looking fine. And that's me jamming. And that's me jamming. And that's me jamming. And that's me looking fine. And that's me jamming. Please subscribe, y'all. Thank you if you watched this long. Love you.